Fatally shot a cinematographer and injured a director during an accident when he fired a prop gun on the New Mexico movie set of the film Rust. No charges have been filed as of Thursday evening. Detectives are still interviewing witnesses. USA Radio News.
What better gift to give your loved ones than the gift of good health? And where better to buy those good health gifts than sunny-bay.com? Hey, it's great that you're hearing this message now because buying your holiday gifts from Sunny Bay early will save you money. And that's just one reason why Sunny Bay is in business and has been for over 15 years, helping you with fashionable and useful products for better health. See our unique and quality-made travel pillows or our unique neck and body wraps that help immediate pain relief and deep muscle relaxation. Come in a wide variety of uses, apply hot or cold therapy, and are all made in the USA. See our great selection, affordable prices, and wonderful health products at sunny-bay.com. And remember, order early when our stock is high and shipping is fast. Just click sunny-bay.com. That's sunny-bay.com. And happy holidays from Sunny Bay.
It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, loss proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
It's camellia time, and you know it because Bob Wine's famous heirloom camellias are beginning to bloom, and they're gorgeous. These sun and shade-loving beauties starting at just $14.99, and the selection is truly large. While you're there, check out some of the other specials for this week. A long list of flowering shrubs, your favorites, in the big number 4 size, just $14.99. Mix or match a big flat of 18 flowering annuals for just $23.99. Hundreds and hundreds of azaleas, all varieties, they're 50% off. And how about those bird of paradise? Just $39.99. Check inside the greenhouse for a long list of great deals like 30% off all statuary and fountains. And pottery is buy one, get one at half price. Hurry on down to Bob Wine's Camellia Garden, Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3 in the same blooming place since 1952.
Fine Arts of Ocala's 54th Art Festival is back. Mark your calendar for October 23rd to 24th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 151 artists from around the country will compete for $27,000 in awards. Enjoy live music on 2 stages, chairs for relaxing, food trucks, children's activities presented by the Appleton Museum, and so much more. And it's all free. Admission, parking, children's art projects, and live entertainment. Fine Arts for Ocala, and a fun outing for the entire family. Don't miss out. Again, that's October 23rd to 24th from 10 to 5 each day. Presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet.
This Friday night on the WOCA High School Football Game of the Week, the 7-1 Bellevue Rattlers take on the undefeated Vanguard Knights.
Flight drops back. He's going to look to the left. Now he comes back to the right for Jackson Dennis, who catches it at the 5 and carries a Pasco Pirate into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers! Jackson Dennis gets his touch.
The Rattlers will head to Booster Stadium with the district title on the line against the 7-0 Vanguard Knights. So join me, Galen Unold, and John Ivory for a Marion County matchup as the Bellevue Rattlers take on the Vanguard Knights.
They're going to give it to Reed right up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Eugene Reed.
That is now 3 touchdowns on the night for Eugene Reed, and he just walks in easily again.
Kickoff is at 7:30. Pregame starts at 7, and you can hear it all live right here on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, or via YouTube at WOCA The Source.
Get your notepads out. Get your recorders out. Whatever it takes to make sure you don't miss the sage advice from the handicapper extraordinaire, Kevin Stone, on What's the Line? And here is your handicapping guru, Kevin Stone.
Good morning, Tom. How you doing on this great Friday?
Good, Kevin. Good. I'm following you on your endeavors and all. And hey, I think you got good news from last week.
4-2, 2 out of 3.
Right.
4-2.
That's better than I did. I went on my escapades last week. I made five wagers.
Yeah.
0-5.
0-5. Good grief. I did
0-5.
8 and 5 on my
0-5.
total.
That's why you have a show and I just run the board.
2 weeks in a row, I've been over 60%. So on my totals, but so that's where I need to live at every week.
Yeah, if you get 60% winners, you're successful.
You're doing
you're
something.
Successful entertainment purposes only handicapper.
Exactly, yes, sir.
We must remind everybody, there's no guarantees here. This is for entertainment purposes only. And by the way, the opinions and attitudes expressed by Kevin Stone are his and his alone, and in no way shape the opinions of WOCA, its ownership, staff, or any way that I wager on football on the weekend. But let's be honest, folks. What I do is the Costanza mode with Kevin. Last week he went 8-5. I went 0-5. So I might need to rethink how I'm doing things.
There you go, man. Hey, piggyback on me, man.
Because I take the opposite, and I was wrong.
Yeah. You had that. You were going for that Tennessee. Yeah. What in the world? See that right there should show you don't bet on Tennessee.
Okay, first off, don't even get me started on that game. The scoop and score shouldn't have been a scoop and score.
No.
I mean, it should have been a scoop and score. They said his forward progress was stopped.
Right.
So that's ridiculous. Tennessee gets that touchdown, they win the football game.
Yeah.
Then I've looked at this angle numerous times. That's a first down. And I hate, you know me, it's great to hate Florida State, better to hate Tennessee.
That was a first
down. That was a first down that didn't get called. Now, then
to almost reverse it.
Then the entire stands of Tennessee and their 4 teeth.
Yeah. The golf balls were raining, weren't they?
And then they hit Kiffin in the arm with a golf ball. If you're going to hit Kiffin, hit him in the noggin.
Yeah, well, hey, man, that's dangerous stuff right there.
But it was 93,000 strong with 5 teeth amongst a group of them.
Man,
Tennessee fans, you know.
Hey, I didn't say it. That's not my opinion.
Look, Tennessee fans, if a man and a woman and Tennessee fans get divorced, they're still brother and sister.
Yeah,
still.
Yeah, that's right. They're Kentucky.
Don't get me started with all these Tennessee jokes. I could go for a while.
Man. Well, I
could go for a while.
I don't have them on the slate this week.
Well, let's start. Let's get right into it because you do have an SEC game
right
off the rip.
Yep.
The South Carolina Gamecocks travel to the Alabama-beaten Texas A&M. The line is A&M is a 19.5-point favorite. The over-under is 45. 19.5 is a lot of points. 45 is a lot of points. Let's break that game down.
I'm going with the Fighting Jimbos. Rode with Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies last week on the road against Missouri. They easily covered that.
Missouri's a high school team.
Yeah.
You were going to win that game.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Carolina ain't any better.
No. Their quarterback is out, Luke Doty. And, he's I think, a foot injury. He's having surgery on that. So he's done. They barely beat Vanderbilt by 1 point last week, South Carolina did. And they needed to come back to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, they're and that Gamecock team is absolutely struggling this
horrid
season. So, 1 point win over Vandy is just pathetic. 3 touchdowns can seem like a lot, be a big number, but I don't see it being any problem in this one. At Texas A&M,
so South Kakalaki goes into Texas A&M. You're laying the points, 19.5.
19.5. They win this thing by 20 or more easy.
See, I might take the over because I think Texas A&M is going to blow the doors off South Carolina.
Well, that'd be the only points that are going to get scored.
I think it may be like 50-something to 3.
To 3.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
I mean, it could get ugly. It could get ugly. That crowd at Texas A&M, especially because they got Missouri to win. Then they're still living off the Alabama win.
That's right.
I can see Texas A&M trying to make points with the committee and everything. The committee's rankings come out next week.
Yeah.
So I can see Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher, he understands how this all works.
Yeah, he does.
He understands, showcase points and everything.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I can see him, this being the game where he just really turns on the Jets and says, committee, we beat Alabama. We've only lost, what did they lost? 2 games, I think.
They lost 2 back-to-backs to Arkansas and Mississippi State.
We won out. Alabama. We want because they're not going to get in the playoffs. They're not going to get into the playoffs. But they do want a New Year's 6-day bowl game.
Right.
I think that's what they're playing for here is a New Year's Day 6 bowl game, and
maybe they're hoping for like an Auburn to beat somebody to sneak up on Bama though. Has Bama played Arkansas too? They hadn't done that yet. Those are 2 tough ones.
But as long as Ole Miss only has 1 loss, Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M. Lane Kiffin's hoping Alabama loses the second game.
Right, yeah.
So you're taking A&M minus 19.5.
Yes, sir.
North Carolina State
Yeah.
Comes into Coral Gables, Miami actually, to play the University of Miami from Coral Gables. They aren't in Miami, they're in Coral Gables. NC State is a 3-point favorite. The over-under is 53. Now, NC State, I know, gives Florida State a hard time every year they play them.
Yes, yeah.
Does NC State give Miami a pretty good game too?
They do. I don't think they're on the same side of the division, so that's a little crossover. So they're not playing all the time. But yeah, we'll just get started with this. Miami's just not a real good football team, man. Not this year, Tom. Canes have lost their last 2 games to Virginia and North Carolina, and albeit those were close, very close games, but still FSU went into North Carolina and put a beat down on them pretty soundly. So,
2-win FSU.
Hey, we'll take.
Just wanted to point that out. 2-win
we'll take
FSU.
all we can get.
You wore the FSU football uniform before?
Yes, I did. I'm just like Larry Munson. I use the word we and they.
It's one of my pet peeves, people that claim to be a member of a football program they've never suited up for. So you're taking North Carolina State to -3, then I'm taking it.
Yes, I'm going to lay that 3, North Carolina State. Here's another one for you. Miami's 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 home games versus FBS teams.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So this may be the lifetime lock of the week.
Stone cold
lock of the week.
Exactly.
Stone cold lifetime lock of the week.
3 points. Yeah, more than a field goal. I like that one a lot.
Now this is a game that I'm really interested to watch.
Yeah.
Because I want to know, are they bad? Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Or can you tell? And it's a reputation versus a team that's playing to have a good year.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about Clemson at Pittsburgh. Clemson comes in at 4-2. Pittsburgh 5-1. Pittsburgh ranked 23rd in the country.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought if you said which one was the ranked team, I'd have went with Clemson, but that's not the case.
No.
But Clemson, with the way they've graduated, so many kids to the draft. Trevor Lawrence is a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. Clemson, they were bound to have a year like this because just so many kids going to the NFL from how good they've been over the long haul.
That's right. It's definitely a rebuilding year. It seems like the only team in the country that doesn't rebuild is darn Alabama. I mean, but everybody else goes through this. LSU's going through it right now. 2 years removed from a national championship, and
but that guy got a big smile on his face. 17
mil to go away. But probably kind of weird to think about Pitt being a favorite against Clemson.
They're a 3-point favorite, which really means that Vegas still believes on a neutral field Clemson's equal with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't see it.
That's what they're saying. Over unders 48. Pittsburgh -3 at home. Usually, -3 at home means that you'd be a pick'em game.
Pick'em.
Anywhere else.
Yeah.
How do you see this game?
I love Pitt. Love Pitt -3 in this one. They did squeak by Syracuse and Boston College, Clemson, which is not very impressive at all the last couple weeks. This just in, Pitt's having a really, really good year so far, and that quarterback, Kenny Pickett, is doing work. He's thrown for almost 2,000 yards. He has 21 touchdowns on the year, only 1 pick.
You know, I heard a college football show on FS1 the other day, where can I tell you what they said? It was FS1, and they said Pitts, and he said, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Can I tell you, he reminds me of a certain 13 that used to roam the sidelines in Pittsburgh.
Wow, Dan Marino, huh?
And I thought, well, that's high cotton if you're comparing this kid to Dan Marino.
You got it. Yeah. Clemson's also 0-6 against the spread this year. A lot of people don't know that. Pitt 5-1. So
here's the key.
Those are called trends.
Here's the key to that game, I think, is because it's one of those games that Pitt hadn't been in a very long time.
Right.
A big game like this.
That's right.
If they can survive the first 5 minutes, because they'll be hyped up, they'll be amped up. If they can survive the first 5 minutes without penalty killing drives and stuff like that, penalties that kill drives.
Yes, exactly.
I think they'll settle into the game, and then Pittsburgh has a very good shot at beating Clemson.
Yeah.
But the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter, very important to how this game
huge.
plays out.
Right. Yep. You nailed it 100% on that.
But you're taking Pitt
I'm
minus
take
3.
Pitt, lay those 3 points. Field goal doesn't seem too bad to me.
So OHIO. Ohio State travels to Indiana. This is what you would think it should be. Ohio State's a 3-touchdown and 3 extra point favorite, 21-point favorite. The over-under's 59. You're taking Indiana on the money line, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, man. I went against Indiana last week. They were at home against Michigan State.
How'd that work out for you?
Sparty did get the cover.
They did.
It was 4.5. They won by 5. But I had to sweat that thing a little bit. It was a close one.
Vegas is really good, aren't they?
They are. It was a close. But with that said, rolling the dice again, and I'm going against them.
Minus 21. You're giving up. You're willing to give 3. You're willing to be down 21-0 at kickoff?
Yes, sir. I sure am. And have you seen some of the scores that Ohio State's putting up on TV?
Let me tell you something. Indiana's up 21-0 right now. Oh, wait. Ohio State just scored twice. They ain't even kicked the ball off.
Yeah. That's right. And I think Ohio State's better than Michigan State, to be honest. So that doesn't faze me. And they're just murdering folks, man. Ever since they lost that home game against Oregon, it's just
they're whooping people.
They are. So
I got no problem with you taking 21 points in Ohio State. I think that's probably almost as good a bet as North Carolina State minus 3 at Miami.
You got that. Miami's just bad, man.
Now
that's my Florida game, by the way.
Yeah. Now we need to switch games.
All right.
Switch leagues. Go to the National Football League,
yes.
Where earlier this week, Aaron Rodgers told the Chicago Bears, "I own you." Tom Brady sent Aaron Rodgers a direct message that Aaron Rodgers shared that said, "That's cute. You own the Bears. I've owned the entire league for the last 20 years."
For somebody that doesn't like the man, you sure do blow him up again.
I've succumbed to the fact he's the greatest quarterback to ever play the position. There's nothing I can say about it.
Yeah.
Not better than Joe Montana. Nothing I can say about it.
No,
not better than Terry Bradshaw, because if I publicly said that, Bradshaw may come over here and slap me. I ain't messing with Terry. He may take some of the stuff back he's given me as gifts. I ain't messing with Terry. You know what I mean? So you got the Jets at the Patriots. This is not the Tom Brady Patriots.
No.
It's a whole different Patriots team.
Yes.
The New England is a 7-point favorite at home against the Jets. This surprises me because the Jets are horrendous. The fact this is only 7 points.
Isn't it crazy?
The over-under is 43. The Jets are terrible. I think this could be the Patriots by 15, 16.
They beat them 25-6 in week 1, and that was in New York.
Yeah.
This is going back to Gillette. So, the Pats do have a 2-4 record. But 2 of the losses were to the Bucks and the Cowboys. Very, very close.
Very good football teams.
Those are 2 of the top teams in the league.
Yeah.
So they're playing with anybody.
And the Jets are 2 of the worst teams in the league.
They are. And, yeah.
Well, 3 of the worst. Jets, Jags, and Dolphins. Although the Dolphins may be the worst, ask the Jags.
That's unbelievable. But I almost went two picks on this one game. I almost took the under 43. Yeah, I almost did. I almost just let one game on the NFL ride for 2 of my picks, but I didn't. I will probably do that on the side. I do like that. But for our purposes, I'm going to lay that 7. Take the Patriots, win by the 7. New England beat it. Yeah, like I said, in New York, game 1.
Are you ready for you ready for this? How about this?
Okay.
How about you take a two-game tease?
Yeah.
You tease the 7 points up.
Yeah.
Tease it up.
Tease it up
to -9 to get where you make more money if they cover.
Right.
And then go tease the under. No, tease the under up to about 45.
Oh, okay.
And then take the points at -9, the over under at 45. You could end up getting. I know this because I looked at it. I looked at it. You could end up getting about plus 185.
Hey, almost 2 to 1. I'm doing that.
Betting the favorite. Betting the favorite and can still get a plus 185.
You got to increase
almost
it to
2 to 1 on
-9.
your money. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You got to add. You got to add 2 points.
Add 2 points to it. They got to cover the double digits, but like I said, I'm with you. I think that happens.
Patriots -7. Kevin says that's a pretty good easy bet for you to take if you want to, for entertainment purposes only. By the way.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Entertainment purposes only. Ball. And then finally, the Washington Football Club.
Yes.
Or the Redskins, everybody who knows what we're talking about.
That's what I put them as.
And my father's favorite football team, because he was from Sparta, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
Although it's not supposed to be frozen this weekend.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Not, a little early for that probably. But
here's my problem with this game.
Okay.
7 and a hook.
7 in the hook. I don't like that.
-7 in the hook.
On the way here, I was saying that same thing, man. I do not like that half point.
Over-under is 49.
Over-under 49. Yeah, I'm not going to touch – no over-unders this week for a change. I think that might be the first week I haven't done any over-unders. It's all spreads on this one. So I'm going to lay that 7 in the hook. Green Bay, ever since that opening week loss to the Saints –
they've been rolling.
They've gone 5-0, and they're 5-0 against the number.
That mullet that Aaron Rodgers is growing.
Man, it must be the band.
It must be the band. Must be the band.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He owns the Bears. Ask him.
Yeah. I won't use the expletives, but yeah. This game is in Green Bay. Feel like this one double-digit win for sure. So that's why that the half doesn't really set me off
just
too
not
much.
that good.
No, they're not.
Washington's just not that good.
Taylor Heineke, pretty good, a decent quarterback, but without Antonio Gibson, I mean, that guy's got a fractured shin. He's been very limited.
How painful must that have been? Because
you bump your shin the wrong way.
You graze your shin.
Yeah.
And you're down for the count for a while.
Yeah. Coffee tables are my worst nightmare.
Mine is.
What's that?
Toe bars.
Toe bar. Okay.
On the back of a truck.
On the truck. Yeah.
I literally have a scar. I literally have a scar on my shin.
Man.
From hitting the hitch.
The hitch.
Wide open, running around a truck one night at a country field party out in the middle of nowhere in South Georgia.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine.
Chasing a buddy of mine who had come up and sprayed a beer all over me. So I go to chase him. I turned the corner, and they had a long extended
the hitch with
hitch out.
Yep.
I hit it wide open.
My God, I'm cringing.
Did a flip. I was down for the count. So I can't imagine a fractured shin.
So you're telling me you shotgunned the beer and you were okay?
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, we didn't shotgun beers back then. We funneled them. But what's the problem? Man, I had a funnel in college. It would hold a 6-pack.
Good God, man. Lord, I got to do 2 of them.
Some people party like I did.
Yeah.
Some people stayed on the porch like you did. So,
oh, God.
Can't run with the big dogs. What are you supposed to do?
Oh, good old Statesboro, Georgia.
Porch. So let's go over it again.
Let's do a review.
You got South Kakalaki going into Texas A&M. Texas A&M is laying 19.5. Where are you going with that game?
A&M minus 19.5.
So you're laying the 19.5.
Yep.
NC State goes into Miami.
Yeah.
The guys from Coral Gables are a 3-point dog to NC State. How you see this one?
NC State blows them out.
I think this is a lock.
Yeah.
I think this is out of everything you have on this card.
That's the number one right there.
The number one is NC State.
I can't
over
believe
Miami.
it's 3.
I can't either.
What do they know that we don't, Tom?
I can't. But Vegas is very good.
Yeah, they are. But
then you got Clemson at Pitt. Pitt's the favorite here. That's unusual.
Pitt is. Yeah.
At home, Pitt's a 3-point favorite. How say you?
I'm going Pitt.
-3 with
Laying
Pitt.
that 3. Pitt. Yes, sir.
Then you got Ohio State University travels to Indiana. Ohio State's they're just salty right now. After that loss to Oregon at home, really, really salty. They're laying 21
points. Yeah, it's about style points right now, and that Big Ten, they want to be the best out of it.
That's why I believe Jimbo Fisher with Texas A&M, South Carolina
will blow them out. Yes.
will hammer South Carolina because it's style point
points.
time.
Yep.
Because Texas A&M, Ohio State's still in the conversation for a national championship tournament berth. Texas A&M's trying to get in a New Year's 6-day bowl game.
They'll get that.
So
if they win out.
They went out and they do it in good fashion.
That's right.
They'll get in. Then we go to the NFL. The Jets at the Patriots. The Patriots are a 7-point favorite. I'm thinking
all day.
That's an easy lay.
All day.
That's an easy lay of the points, -7.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Week 1? They beat them by what? 19?
19 points. Yeah.
Right.
And that in New York.
New York.
Yeah. With a rookie, first game quarterback. Now he's got about 6 or 7
Mac
under his
Jones
belt.
out of Alabama.
Alabama.
And then finally, the Washington Football Club at the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Packers are -7 and a hook. The hook worries you.
A little bit.
Does it?
Little bit, but not too much. Not if I feel like it's going to be double digits.
And they've been blowing people. Aaron Rodgers has been putting
at
on
home.
people.
They're at home. Aaron Jones, strong running game. I love it.
That's your 6 games. If you had
pack of picks.
If you had one game that you struggled whether it should be a part of this or not, what game was it?
Oh, the one that probably would have eliminated out of there.
No. If you had a game that you left off, it was the first.
Yeah,
one
it would have
off.
been the Ohio State Indiana.
No, that's in.
Okay.
What's the first one out?
Okay. A first one out that I didn't put on there.
It's your 7th
Like
game.
if I would have put a 7th, I got you. Let's see. There was I think it was the
Florida State.
UMass. No. 35 points, man. They might
35 and a hook.
Okay. And UMass is bad, but I think it was the under on the Falcons and the Dolphins. 43. I love
the under
all day.
Although
but you never know. I mean, last time I did that, it was
guess who's back with the Falcons this weekend?
Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
See that?
back.
I knew that, and that's why that's a big factor.
That could be an issue.
Yeah.
So
and they're not in London.
No.
Thank God.
Okay, can we just say?
Yeah.
And I understand why the NFL does it, trying to get revenue and all.
Right. I don't.
It's the worst.
Other than having 9:30 in the morning football, I do love that. So I feel like I'm in Vegas.
But exactly. I can get you 10 o'clock in the morning football. Just move to Vegas.
Move to Vegas. It's
you don't
beautiful.
have to play football in London.
It's gorgeous.
Just move to Vegas. You can have 10 o'clock in the morning football all you want.
You know what? You go find me a place to stay out there?
Look, wouldn't it be better served to have a team in like Toronto?
Yeah.
Or maybe Mexico City?
Well, yeah, and I think they are doing one
London's
in Mexico
way
City.
too far. London's
It
way
is.
too far.
You're not, with the flights, and you're never going to integrate that into
you could never.
a team.
And they say, a team can play half their home games there. No, they can't.
No, it don't work. What are you going to move? The family over there half the year?
Look,
I mean,
the football that's played over there is a dual-colored ball, and you use your feet only.
That's it.
That's the real. And by the way,
and we don't try to.
If you're looking into that, here's a scoop. Liverpool. Let me just go ahead and tell you. Liverpool Football Club, not only because they're the best English Premier League team that there is, but they're also my favorite English Premier League team. So
that's all that matters.
I literally hadn't missed a Liverpool game in 3 seasons. Watch them every weekend.
Good.
I got into soccer playing FIFA.
Now that is true.
Game.
Yes,
and so I got into the game of soccer.
That's absolutely. That's how I learned the rules of hockey.
Kevin Stone, he's here every Friday with What's the Line on WOCA, The Source.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
See you next Monday.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Last 2 weeks, the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, on Thursday formally endorsed the use of COVID-19 booster shots from Moderna and Johnson & Johnson for some adults. It should be noted, rare but serious side effects have been reported with the vaccines. Heart inflammation has been discovered after young men were jabbed with the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, and a rare type of blood clot most commonly found in 30 to 39-year-old women after receiving the Johnson & Johnson shot. Texas on Thursday asked the Supreme Court to keep in place a law that bans abortions after a heartbeat is detected. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is asking the High Court to ignore the Justice Department's emergency request that they temporarily block the heartbeat law, officially known as SB 8. China will no longer stream Boston Celtics NBA games after player Enes Kanter called President Xi a brutal dictator. USA Radio News.
COVID is spiking again, and it's just not clear how to keep your family safe. Fever is the leading symptom of COVID, and the only way to reliably detect it is with an accurate thermometer. Be vigilant and be accurate with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, whose accuracy has been proven in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They are proven to be inaccurate and will not reliably detect a fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. One thing is certain, you need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
New Mexico Representative Republican Yvette Harrell has issued a statement regarding the alleged rape of a young woman in Missoula, Montana, by an Afghan man brought to the United States after the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan. Part of the statement read, Congress, about its lack of thorough vetting, preferred to endanger women and girls rather than fix the problems it has created by flying in over 100,000 Afghans without proper safeguards. End quote. Queen Elizabeth is out of the hospital. Wendy King reports.
Britain's Queen Elizabeth has been released from the hospital after spending the night for tests described as preliminary investigations, according to Buckingham Palace. The 95-year-old monarch was admitted to King Edward VIII Hospital after canceling a trip to North Ireland. Her hospital stay was the first in 8 years. She's expected to attend the upcoming Glasgow Climate Change Summit. She's been busy despite the death of her husband, Prince Philip, earlier this year. The Queen is celebrating her 70th year as Britain's monarch.
USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
As President Biden is losing patience with some Americans not getting vaccinated against COVID-19, one lawmaker is saying this is America, and Americans must retain the right to choose. Oklahoma Senator Republican James Lankford on Newsmax is a member of the Homeland Security Committee.
Because they're American people, they're not Chinese citizens, they're American citizens. That's the most basic principle. We as Americans get the opportunity to be able to choose. There is a risk if you take the vaccine. There are some individuals, very small number, that have a very bad negative reaction to it. There are also individuals that get COVID that have very bad reactions to COVID, some even leading to death. So every single family, every individual has got to know their own medical history, where their greatest risk is in getting COVID or taking the vaccine. That is an American-free decision to be able to make. And what Biden is trying to do with his September the 9th speech is to say, I'm losing patience with the American people. Everyone has to do it my way. That's something President Xi would say in China. That's not something we want the President of the United States to be able to say. And he's putting a situation in place where literally frontline workers, people that laid their life on the line to be able to protect their fellow American citizens, are now going to be fired by the President of the United States because they're not doing what he wants when he wants them to do it.
Actor Alec Baldwin shot and killed a cinematographer and injured a director when he fired a prop gun on the New Mexico movie set of the film Rust. Local detectives are investigating how and what type of projectile was discharged. I'm Lance Pry, and this is USA Radio News.
Why call two men in a truck? If you're like most people, you're moving and you work hard. You call 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained, professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. You call 352-289-0666. People who care about your things as much as you do. Time is of the essence, and you want it done fast and